Welcome back to the Offside Opinions podcast, the podcast where we say quiet football thoughts aloud. Today you're joined by me, Sam Jones, the host, my co-host, Brody Collins.
Good afternoon.
And the special guest, emphasis on the special,
hello,
Dafford Griffiths. Thanks, Daff, for joining us.
Good afternoon,
Cheers,
So we're getting close to Christmas. The fixtures are changing with Champions League, Premier League. We're going to be mainly looking at Champions League today. Festive chaos. Firstly, we're going to look at some Champions League top stories. Some recent ones literally in the past 20 minutes of us recording right now have gone live. PSG ordered to pay Mbappe, a fellow player of theirs, 60 million euros in unpaid salary and bonuses. A little bit of context on this. Mbappe had been seeking 263 million euros, which is £231 for us, £1 million, from his former club after a long-running dispute reached the Paris Labour Court. Today, he's been awarded a slight sum of that. I mean, still pretty good money, but 52 million euros.
Yeah, I'll do with it.
No, see, I wouldn't be happy with that. I want
around.
all of it. But give me more.
Bit of walking around money, like, you know.
Yeah, who's to say he won't receive more? But obviously, that 9-figure sum is pretty tasty.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder what's going on there for him to be 260 million owed.
Yeah, well,
why was allegedly anyway.
Reading here, it said PSG had failed to pay 3 months of his salary between April and June 2024, as well as his ethics bonus and a signing bonus under his contract. I mean, I'm not being funny. 263 million euros as 3 months' pay? That'd be. It's taking a mick, really, isn't it?
And he's only noticed now. He says, bank account's feeling a bit short, isn't it? Oh, what's going on here, boys?
I said this. That's so weird you said that. I was having a conversation with my mates back home last night. And I was saying, do you think footballers actually, some of us will just go on your online banking just to see how much money you've got, to see if you can afford your week shopping this week. Do you reckon they'd look at their online banking and be like, oh, that's a nice bill?
Of course.
Go to a coffee shop, tap the card. Oh, wait, do I have don't be silly. Don't be silly.
They've got about 400 mil just chilling in their bank account. And
yeah, so the conversation gets a little bit more confusing between both parties. PSG had been seeking compensation for the Mbappe's failed 300 million euro transfer to the Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal in 2023. So that's where kind of the confusions come along. Both sides are claiming money for things that didn't happen. And then obviously Mbappe went from PSG on a free transfer to rivals Real Madrid. Thoughts on that?
For free as well. I'm still baffled, but to be honest with you, has he been that good for Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I haven't seen much.
I'm pretty sure if I look now in the Champions League, which we'll get onto a little bit now, he is the top scorer for Champions League.
Which is mad.
I see. When he first joined Madrid, I was like, he didn't obviously hit the ground running straight away, as most players don't when they join a club. I think you find it really rare now when a player joins a club that they just hit the ground running. Obviously, like my Hugo Ekitike, the love of my life. He's an exception. I love that man. But he is playing really well now. I will give it to him. Mbappe,
I think it's tough when you've got a high value player. Like, obviously, he's been a high value player at PSG. Like, everyone wants him. Going to another high value club, you're kind of expected to hit the ground running. And you're like, I mean, especially 3 months' salary of 263 million for that amount of money, which is anyone's dream. You're gonna be good.
Just kick a ball around, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Madness.
So, moving on to more politics, a bit closer to home. Man United's midfielder Kobe Mainu, obviously not seeing much game time at Man United. Obviously, politics off the pitch, but Mainu's brother turning up to Man United's previous game with a free Kobe shirt on. And, I mean, it's picked up news outlets everywhere, now been spotted by the team, causing a little bit of problem.
A bit of animosity there, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not just on the pitch, but it's also off the pitch. Thoughts on that, boys?
so valid.
Just hammer him though, he falls out with everyone.
But I think that's so valid of his brother doing that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you though,
I shouldn't be at that club anymore, personally.
No.
Does it get to the point where you consider like politics like that with actually if he's not performing or not training well, that actually the performance aspect is going to be taken into mind?
But it's not even the fact if that's the case that he's not performing well. He's not even getting the chance to.
Yeah.
Amorim just isn't playing him. I mean, he was in the Euro squad for England. Yeah. He was in that team. He's a very good player. And when he has played for United, he's been very, very good. Amorim just does something must have happened behind closed doors. He just doesn't want to play him. It's a bit like when, obviously, I'm always going to say a Liverpool example, but Slot will always play Gakpo instead of like, I don't know, say a Chiesa, and you only bring Chiesa on for like 10 minutes. There's obviously, I think there's a bit of bias between Slot and Gakpo, like Dutch links, stuff like that. But I think something's happened behind the change rooms, like Slot and Salah. I think something's happened between Amorim and Mainu. I don't know why he's not playing him, or not playing him as much as he probably should. I think he does make that team.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a lot better as a footballer if he went somewhere else. I think I seen he wanted to go to Serie A.
Yeah,
recently.
to give you a bit more context, so
Wouldn't mind it.
Mainu has yet to start a single game for United this year, and there's been huge debates from the start of the season inside and outside the club. And as you just said there, Kobe Mainu is linked to a move to Napoli.
That's
in the summer.
Hey,
but
join his bedrooms.
But United refused the move.
Oh.
Not from Kobe's side, but from United as a club refused the move.
See, that annoys me a lot. If you're not getting started and you're barely getting any minutes and you're getting like maybe 10 minutes at the end of the game, when you know as a, what is he, 20?
Yeah.
He's a 20-year-old footballer. He's very, very, very good footballer. He's had a big club like Napoli approach him, where Rasmus Højlund's left United and have gone there and he's playing half decent. Scott McTominay left United, went Napoli and won Serie A Player of the Year and has been scoring bicycle kicks and all that. McSauce, literally. I don't get why you can't deny him of a move. I'm getting really emotional. I'm getting like thing about this. I'm like a United fan, but it's just like you can't deny someone of a move when you're not even giving them the opportunity to play.
Yeah,
that's not.
I do think it does clash between like the politics and the performance, as I was saying earlier. Like if a player's not performing, fair play, but then you're losing homegrown English talent going into a different country to play the football. It doesn't look good, does it?
No.
So look into a bit more politics now. But not from the player's point of view, but the manager's point of view.
I've seen this.
Brendan Rodgers has been appointed the manager of Saudi Pro League side. I might mispronounce this. Al Qadasai. Definitely pronounced that wrong. Obviously, previously he's led teams like Liverpool and Leicester City. We've spoken about homegrown talent in terms of players and being really good. But now you're losing talents like managers, which might be needed in the Prem soon, going across to where probably the more money is.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get a hefty payday down there, and they, you know, it's just they're chucking money at everyone.
I hear about it this morning on TalkSport. To be fair, I'm not. I don't want to say. I don't think I'm surprised. I think if Saudi come knocking on any manager's door, they're probably gonna go. Gerrard's. Is he still at Al Ettifaq? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's just the way football's going.
Do you blame him?
I don't blame him. If you're going for,
everyone wants money at the end of the day, don't they?
I think it's different for players and managers. See, like players, you expect them not to if they want to develop as a footballer. Managers just want to win and get paid, really. And if you can do both in a different country, it's a win-win, and you're getting a big pay rise. So you look at that coaching team now. So as Brendan Rodgers comes into the squad, he'll be joined by former Celtic coaches John Kennedy and Jack Lyons, but also the chief executive of the new club. I will refuse to say the name because I'm going to butcher it again. Also previously at Rangers, I said it's a landmark moment to have the whole squad come across. Are we slowly losing our identity as players and coaches from that English side, now losing it to other countries? Daft question for you.
Yeah, no, because put yourself in their shoes, right? And you're in, well, it's definitely Brendan Rodgers anyway, his shoes. He wasn't doing well up in the Scottish Premier anyway. And there was a lot of backdoor stuff, and there was a lot of controversy about his role there. It was even the same with Russell Martin, Rangers. He had a horrid time there himself, but if it was me, go where the money is, and if it's on there, go for it. Because a manager's never going to get the amount of praise as a footballer would get there anyway. Yeah. So why don't you go somewhere where you can get a pretty hefty paycheck at the same time? Like. Yeah,
I mean, it annoys me, obviously, from a kind of rugby background as well, and Brody might be able to back me up on this, but you look at, obviously, the money for the managers now, but you've got former players. You've got, obviously, Salah in the Prem, rumoured to go to Saudi. You've got players like Nacho and Matteo Retegui, big players' names we know and stuff like that, all going to this one club now. They're all Sadio Mane, like Ronaldo. You've got everyone now going to where the money is. Does it lose its identity?
It's hard because at first when players were doing that, it was because they were reaching the end of their prime, really, and the end of their career. Then look at John Duran, Villa player, very good, young. He's like 20 odd. he went to Saudi.
Yeah.
Just left for the money, obviously.
Yeah.
Which you got to look at it. Do you blame him or like I do, because you're seeking more money, but you're already on a good wage and you're young. You should be building your portfolio, so to speak, as a good player in good clubs. Not because Saudi, let's be honest, they're not top sides. They're not a Real Madrid.
No.
They're not a Liverpool. They're not a Barcelona. They're not a PSG. But I don't even think he's there now. I think he's ended up going back to like Fenerbahce or something like that. And now he's basically starting his career from scratch again. He was at a top side of Aston Villa in the Premier League. And I think at the time, like they could afford to get Champions League place. Now he's starting, and he's playing in the Turkish league, and you're like,
Yeah, it's like
he might not even still be there anymore. But I think that's where I read he was at last.
it's like the ex-Barcelona midfielder Gavi or Javi, or whatever that's his name. I mean, I know it's quite competitive in that Barcelona squad, but you're a midfielder in a Spanish league that is known for, obviously, for its passing, its tiki-taka. Being a midfielder in that league is probably the best thing you can do for your career. At a young age, what does he do? Move to Saudi. Like, it just, as you said, not maybe ruins a career, but kind of sets yourself up for only one way, and that's following the money, because it's not exactly going to be competitive, is it? Compared to the Barcelona, the Real Madrids.
No. It's a job at the end of the day, and you're working to make money, but you got to respect the love of the game, you know.
That's what it's about, isn't it? You don't. Well, then some people probably do, but I think if you go into be a professional footballer, you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you're talented and you love the game. But then obviously greed does take over at one point in your career.
Yeah,
it just depends if that happens towards the end of your career or at the start, like it did with Duran.
Yeah, and it also, I mean, moving on to our next segment now, but it also makes it look like football's spread out now. You're seeing more games that are a bit more contested. You're not seeing the big names win every game, because suddenly you have varying players in different teams that probably shouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So moving on to some of the fixtures then that we've seen on the previous round, Champions League. Big names like Ajax picking up wins. You have Paris Saint-Germain drawing against the Spanish club Athletic Club.
Mental. The champions.
Mental. A big game between Bayer Leverkusen and Newcastle, ending in 2-2.
I think that's quite expected, to be honest. I think they're quite evenly matched teams.
Yeah, I mean, after last year's Bayer Leverkusen squad, like, what was it, unbeaten run for...
Yeah, it was
mental.
It was unbelievable.
And then you got teams like Napoli losing to Benfica.
Yeah, but I think Benfica are quite a decent team. Like
they're Champions League merchants, to be fair.
Yeah, but like you talking about, obviously, then like the McTominays, the KDB.
But that's when it comes into one player can't carry a whole team.
Yeah, absolutely. Teams like Borussia Dortmund, and I'm going to butcher this name now, but I'm going to say Glimt.
Yeah.
Glimt, drawing 2-2.
Yeah, but Dortmund just ain't the same team they were years ago.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I'm not sure what country Glimt's from, but like, Borussia Dortmund, like...
yeah, but they're not... I don't know how to... Like, years ago, there was always be a massive rivalry between... There still is a massive rivalry, but I mean, like, there was actually title battles between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. I feel like that hasn't been the case for so many years now. Like, when the likes of like Mario Götze was at Dortmund, and like it was like that team, and
Khedira, Sami Khedira.
Yeah, and
Emre Can.
Literally, and at the same time, then you'd have like Ribery, Bayern, and Robben. It was just
ballers.
Yeah,
the team was unbelievable. Schweinsteiger and players like that. Schweinsteiger. Yeah, it was. I just feel like Dortmund ain't the same team anymore.
Yeah, looking then to more fixtures. Premier League leaders currently. Come on, the boys. Arsenal win 3-0 over Club Brugge.
You're 6-0 in the Champions League, though, isn't it?
Mate, I've never seen such a good form. I mean, we're always going to bottle it, but like, if we're going to do it, it'll be this year. Like, they look so strong at the minute. But do you know what? I don't want it to affect. I mean, this comes on to a conversation now. I don't want it to affect Prem. If you know what I mean? Like, big teams here, like we move on to now. Man City beating Real Madrid. Massive clash. 2-1. They beat them. But they're not looking so strong in the Prem. I mean, I know they're sitting second, I believe, but not looking too strong.
I think they'll definitely ramp it up a bit after Christmas. You know, they always do.
Yeah.
Like, they always have that period where they just drop off and then they just go through every single team then.
I mean, yeah, if you're a team like Real Madrid, bro, it's like you'd be wondering, what, in Spain, kind of between them and Barcelona, it's kind of locked down in terms of the Liga title.
It's like Real Madrid. It really confused me because they've got such a good team. When you look at it on paper, without looking at like their recent performance and stuff like that, you've got Vinicius Junior, you've got Mbappe, you've got Bellingham, you've got Valverde, you've got all these top class players. But like, I just feel like, I don't know, Liverpool have beat them in the Champions League. We beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
Was it 1-0? I'm pretty sure it was.
I will have a little look.
I'm pretty sure it was 1-0.
The last game.
Yeah, 1-0 McAllister. Yeah, it was a header, I remember. So yeah, we beat them 1-0, and like I remember thinking we played well, but after our run of games in the Premier League, probably didn't deserve to win that in the Champions League. And then Man City have gone and beat them, probably deserved, because Man City are a good team, still performing well.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, I just don't know what's.
I mean, we're going to look at the Champions League table now, and I will get your opinion on this, Dav. So, as we said, Arsenal sitting at the top of both the Prem and the Champions League. That's got to say something.
Yeah, well, there's a big opinion that I got about this new Champions League. I absolutely hate it. The new format. I hate it.
I don't like it.
You got like a massive bloody table full of what, like 1,500 bloody teams.
It is 36 to be exact.
Like every single tournament you see, you got pool stages. Then you go through the round of 16, then you go quarter, semi. Just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Not have this massive long list of teams. They're gonna go, oh yeah, what are you doing in the league, pal? Oh yeah, like 39th. Like, who cares?
So yeah, I do a quick run through of some of the bigger names, just so everyone knows. So the top 10 we have Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Man City, Atalanta, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid, Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund. That's the top 10 in that order.
Mm-hmm.
You have big names like Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Bayer Leverkusen, Napoli. And if I scroll down, Villarreal, which may not be a big name, but you'd expect to be somewhere at the top, is sitting 35th.
Ajax sitting 34th.
Yeah, I missed that as well. Ajax in 34th with only one win out of 6.
I find that quite mad.
That's quite crazy.
With teams like Paphos and Union Saint-Gilloise, I believe it is, or something like that.
Yeah.
Gilloise, sitting above them on 2 wins or more. So then it does make you wonder, the top scorers. Have a guess, Dav. I want you to guess. Probably be quite easy in terms of the bigger teams, but I'll give you let's go top 5, make it easy. Top 5, I'm only going to you because I know Brody can see my laptop. But top 5 scorers in the Champions League currently.
Oh, I'm going to be awful at this.
And I'll give you hints if you need to.
One of them's got to be Haaland, surely.
So Haaland's at number 3 with 6 goals in 6 games. Not bad. But he's 3rd. One of them we've already mentioned. A lot.
Mbappe?
So he's scored 9 goals in 5 games, which is just mental.
Insane.
Is he number 1 or 2?
He's 1.
Okay.
The second one's a bit rogue.
A bit rogue.
Big name, bit rogue club.
So he's on 8 goals.
So, no. So the second place is on 6 goals.
Oh.
Just because it was in less games.
Yeah, 4 games.
Right.
Sorry, I should have specified. Yeah, 4 games. Plays for Galatasaray.
He played very well against Liverpool when we played them.
Played really well for Napoli before.
My ball knowledge is awful, yeah.
Loves wearing the...
Oh, is he?
Yeah, big
Osimhen,
yeah.
Osimhen.
He's in 2.
6 goals in
So
4 games.
Mbappe, Osimhen, Haaland, and then the 2 left are Prem players. I think I mentioned briefly on previous episode of Offside Opinions, we mentioned this player and his team that lost to local rivals. A winger who is English with a Liverpudlian accent.
Liverpudlian. Do you mean Scouse?
Yeah.
Oh God.
5 goals in 2 games. No, sorry. 5 goals in 6 games.
2 assists.
2 assists, yeah, that's what I was reading. Anthony Gordon.
He's got that many goals in the Champions League.
Yep. And then 5 goals in 5 games at number 5, close to my heart.
Oh, God.
Winger.
That surprises me that he's above Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Saka.
Nope. Other side. Gabriel Martinelli.
Martinelli's got it though. He's actually class.
But
I think he's cracking.
It does make you think then, I'm not being funny, like 3 Prem teams in that top 5. Is the Prem stronger than the Champions League? Your thoughts?
Thing is hard.
It's completely different though.
Yeah.
Just like the atmosphere and the actual occasion for it. Like you see some of these fans have got like the German fans and like these massive like was it the yellow wall like Dortmund and stuff like that. And you see if I'm like a youngster coming through like United or like they won't be in the Champions League anyway, but like Arsenal now, and I'm seeing this all these flares going off like that. And I was like, bloody hell, you don't get this back home.
Yeah,
You
the
should see.
occasion's just crazy.
I went on holiday to Prague, and I seen clips. I couldn't get a ticket, but it was at a Slavia Prague game, and the flares they set off, and like
nuts.
the typhos they put up, and like all the I think they call themselves the ultras or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
different breed.
It's just like it's just European teams. It's
Yeah.
just their fan base is just insane. You see the same at loads of French clubs as well, like Marseille. I know they had a massive mix up. Oh, that's one thing as well. When Newcastle play Marseille in the Champions League, did you hear about it? The fans.
No.
So basically, they had to keep the Newcastle fans in the stadium for an extra like 45 minutes, they said, before they could leave so all the Marseille fans could go out.
Mm.
They were advised before the game not to wear shirts, their colours, Newcastle, which I think is a bit like,
It's a football game.
Yeah.
as a football game, you should be allowed to wear your colours.
Yeah.
They kept them there for over an hour and a half. The police wouldn't let them leave, wouldn't tell them why. The fans started getting a bit restless, as you would,
Yeah, of
because you
course.
want to go home.
Yeah.
They had sewage rushing past their feet, the fans did, coming from like the stadium toilets and stuff like that. And then when they tried again and be like, well, what's going on? The police used excessive force on them, and were using pepper spray and batons. And apparently it was just a massive, massive Barney. I was listening on Talk Sport. There was loads of listeners calling in. And apparently it was just it was just a crazy, crazy day. And apparently it wasn't even much to do with the Marseille fans. My point was the Marseille fans have got quite a big, strong fan bases in, like, they're loud.
Yeah.
And they sometimes can be a bit obnoxious.
Rowdy, yeah.
But I don't think it was much of the fans during that game. I think it was a lot of...
That's the first time I've heard that
Officials,
story,
yeah.
but like it goes back to what I said about the politics and performance, that argument between both, because I'm not being funny, performance, two known teams going head to head. I mean, I'm assuming it was after the game, was it? Post game?
Yeah, so Newcastle fans say their treatment by police following the Champions League match against Marseille was wholly avoidable. The club lodged a complaint with the UEFA. The French side and local police said pepper spray, batons and shields were used on away supporters following the Magpies' 2-1 defeat on Tuesday. So they went there, weren't allowed to wear their team colours, lost the game, had to stay around for about an hour and a half, and they were only told 40 minutes, and then police used force on them to keep them there.
Yeah.
I think it's just...
So I spoke about obviously the financial bit ruining it. Obviously we want to be light-hearted on this podcast, but obviously we've also got to acknowledge the areas that aren't so good about sport, especially football.
it was
So
a
areas
crazy
like
day.
that, you're obviously got, I'm sure there's politics behind that. You got French police, I'm assuming, or
Yeah.
French reinforcement there. Thoughts on that? Like, does that take away from the performance? Like, we speak about people going for big money to Saudi and whatnot, but then you got things like this. Does this stop fans? Does it ruin that Champions League experience you were just talking about?
Well, yeah, because I think you think of Newcastle, they haven't been in Champions League contention for a long time, have they?
No.
And when you got this, oh yeah, take my son, take my daughter out, oh yeah, take them down to Marseille, have a nice away day in the Champions League, oh, you don't get to see it often. And then you got stuff like that happening. Why would, especially like mothers and fathers now, want to take like children to places like that when it's just it'll come to the point where it'll be too risky to go on away days in Europe and stuff like that. Because yeah, fair enough, they're cracking like atmospheres in some of these places. Like you go down to like Milan or down to Ajax, or like Ajax, the game got called off because of how much like flares and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
So it's like it is great atmosphere, but when you got people doing that to away supporters,
I'm surprised none of
ruins
you heard that
no,
story.
I
when it
haven't
came
heard
out.
about that at all.
No, I haven't heard of it, but it's sad to hear because it's just
Yeah.
like it gets to the point where do you find the
Yeah,
gaps
I get
in
what
it?
you mean.
So-
I think I only probably knew about it because I listen to like Talksport every day. So I think I was on the way to on campus, and I think they were talking about it on Talksport. I just thought more people would have heard about it.
Yeah. Right, moving on then. A bit
Yeah.
more of a light-hearted
Yeah.
theme away from the politics.
Sorry about that, boys. Didn't mean to go on a little
No, you're okay.
tangent
You're
there.
okay.
I
It's
was
good- it's good chat
it
about.
just popped into my head. I thought I would have had some agreeing opinions, but I didn't know none of you knew about it.
We're now going to focus on some offside opinion statements. So I'm going to read out a statement, and I want you boys to tell me your thoughts on it. It's quick fire, just kind of have a conversation about certain things. We approach Christmas, games
Okay.
get limited, but everything's up in the air and chaos can unravel. So, my first statement, Espert, there's always one manager who doesn't survive December. Thoughts, but also if you could guess one, who would you say either doesn't deserve to be in their role come to the new year, or someone who probably should be changed, or a team at least? That's open to you, bros, as
Well,
well.
You're right about the statement. So say the statement again one more time.
There's always one manager who doesn't survive December, and that
So-
could be in terms of consistency in terms of fixtures, but
So
also
do you mean just over the period of December, or from the start of the season to December? There's always one manager that won't make it to the new year.
make it to the new year. I'm gonna say make it
From
to
the
new
start
year.
of the season.
From December, like this period now,
From
as
now,
a result of the season,
So
probably.
okay, right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
from the position they're in now, between now and the new year, there's always one manager who won't survive. It's tough.
It is a tough question. I'm trying to think. Years ago, I would have said Amarim. I say years ago. Last year, I would have said Amarim.
I think
But he's getting results now. So
I think it's easy to pick on the bottom three because
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah,
But
then
they've
you
all
can
gone
do
through
though.
recent managerial changes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like,
They
do
are
you
quite
still give them
fresh.
time?
but the thing is, then you look at obviously the bigger clubs who are underperforming, Tottenham, Man United, to some extent Liverpool. You could say that change needs to be made there.
If Liverpool didn't pick up the recent results they have done, Slot wouldn't have made it to the new year. I don't think, because that's just what it happens when you're in the biggest club in England.
Yeah.
Not trying
Yeah.
to my own horn, but he is.
No,
And if you're
but
not
it's
getting results
difficult.
for that club, you would have been sacked. But I've known loads of fans saying to give him to the end of the season. I thought maybe not, but he started getting a bit of results now, so keep him a minute.
Yeah.
But
So
then again, we drew to Leeds. So.
I'll say it's a quick fire then. If you had to name one team, manager wise, to change before the new year to ensure they get better or boost, Brody, you go first. First one on the dome.
It's got to be Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I swear they've just gone through a managerial change.
They have, yeah.
But you'd
they're
expect-
quite fresh.
You'd expect a Premier League team like that to stay in the Premier League, and they look at the
Yeah.
minute like they're going down.
They've been in the Prem a long time, to be fair.
So Dav, you can't say Swansea because they're not in the Premier League and they never will be.
Oh, we got a new manager anyway. We got a fresh one.
So in the Premier League,
I think the easiest answer is to go like the bottom teams. But who have Tottenham got this week coming up?
they have got. Sorry, off the top of my dome, I'm not sure, but I can find. They have got
Us. Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Oh,
So probably a loss there.
because they're going for a sticky patch, really. Was it Thomas Frank in it?
Mm.
Yeah.
See, my bet would be a Nottingham Forest, to be honest.
Dyche. Can't get rid
He
of
hasn't had enough
Dyche.
time, but
To be fair, the Nottingham Forest owner, he's a
a
He's a
loose
nutter.
cannon.
What's his
yeah.
name? Marinakis.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to clue, but he's an absolute nutter.
Right, I'm going to have to push you for answer. Otherwise
Yeah,
you can have the time.
We'll go Tottenham.
Right, okay, cool.
Saw him.
So we obviously mentioned Champions League, but also we know it's Prem as well.
Mm.
You can't train properly, you can't implement ideas, or you could do survive in that championship, in that European window. Thoughts? And that's referencing kind of going through Europe to then straight into the Premier League, quite relentless and throughout.
Depends what team you are. Because
But would you not argue that all the teams that are in Europe are top enough to survive?
Forest are in Europe.
Very true.
They're a bit stinky this season. Could that be that European contests are hurting their Premier League matches? I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely down to what team it is, because you got some teams which have so much depth, and like City, like
Yeah.
you got one player comes off, another class player will come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they don't normally struggle when it comes to switching between Premier League and European competitions, and like Carabao Cup, FA Cups as well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it fair to say then, like, links onto my next statement, like fans say the players don't want it enough, but in reality they're just tired because of the constant football they have to play?
I think, like, how can I put this nicely? You're a professional footballer. You get paid millions and millions of pounds. If you're tired, go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, no,
That's what you get paid for. You make more than some. You definitely make more than doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which obviously makes sense because of the revenue that football brings in, like viewership, sponsorships, all that stuff. And it's only right that the players get paid that money. Fair enough. But if you're going to be like, oh, coach, don't know if I can play. I don't know if I can start next week. I'm really tired after playing the Premier League game, and now we got the Champions League in like 3 days. Suck it up.
Do you then? Sorry, I'm just going to butt in. Do you then risk injury? Like, obviously, I spoke in the previous episode about Arsenal with their injury list. Obviously, they're looking to go for Champions League. do you then say that you risk those players and risk your form in both competitions to then try and win a game?
I think that's a bit different. I think right. If they turn around and say, "Oh, boss, I'm really tired. I like my legs feeling a bit weird," like they could feel like maybe an injury is due to happen. Fair. If they go in, if it's just out of pure tired or laziness or just cannot be bothered, that is your problem. You deal with. You're playing.
Yeah.
If it's something to be like, "Oh, my legs feeling a bit weird and I'm a bit exhausted, boss. Can I not start?" I'd be like, "Okay, maybe."
Yeah.
Like, think about it. But then again, it's always hard to tell. Any player can just turn around and say, "Oh, I feel like my legs a bit sore," and then it's not. They'll be fine the next week. They just needed a bit break. But
Do you agree, Dav?
Yeah, I can back that one, because you're getting paid all that money, and then you just turn around and go, you know what, Gaff, I'm right, like, shut up,
maybe
get on the pitch and then
I don't know what are the incentives are like for starting a game and then score. Like, obviously you get bonuses for scoring or getting assists, so maybe there should be more incentives. I don't know if there is for starting a game. Maybe that's why you don't see many of the starting players wanting to be benched, but at the end of the day, they're all there to play football.
Yeah. All right, my last quick fire thing then is linking on to slightly what we've just said. We speak about obviously keeping those players in, just getting them to play football. That's what you pay them for. Form matters more over the Christmas period. Just a quick fire one before our last segment.
So, like, Premier League teams keeping their form going into Champions League?
Yeah, using the same players no matter how fatigued they are to keep going and use that form. For like Arsenal, using that from Premier League to Champions League, which we've seen.
I agree. I think we've seen on occasions where Arsenal have shown their like set piece form for the Premier League and took it into the Champions League.
Yeah,
seen it quite a few times. Can't say the same for Liverpool, to be honest, because the form has been fluctuating. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, no point in fixing it, you know. And especially Arsenal, they've just been in form.
Yeah,
as you said, top of the league in both.
Absolutely.
Obviously, something's working. Even though you've had like been unlucky with injuries, but most of them injuries were in international breaks anyway.
Yeah,
like Gabriel was.
Yeah.
So,
well, the last segment of this week's episode, we're going to call it the Offside Opinions 11. Normally, we focus on the best players in Premier League and Europe, but we're going to be looking at the players that put coal in your stocking as we come close to Christmas, the players that we think have been a flop or haven't performed well. We'll focus on Premier League, otherwise Europe's too wide. But we want a starting 11 for each position. Teams in the Premier League, we would say, are the biggest flops for their team. Starting and goal. We're going to be quite quick with this because we're cutting for time. Starting and goal. Don't know. Are you Googling the teams right now?
Yeah. I have a little just to get some ideas.
Well, I mean, it's easy. Again, it's easy to pick the bottom three. We're going to be quick with this, but it's easy to pick the bottom three. But I don't know. It's tough.
I know defensively, from Liverpool, I put Canale in.
Right, so let's go goalkeeper first. Goalkeeper. Who's Wolves' goalkeeper, seeing as they've conceded the most goals? Jose Sarr still?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
So, right, we're going to put him in because I'm not being funny. You can't concede the most goals by far and not do any better with it.
Yeah.
Right back. It's tough.
Oh, who to pick?
Again, you could look at anyone in that, but
Yeah.
I don't know how Dallow's right back, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know how he's been performing for United recently. Has he been rubbish?
right,
Dallow.
Dallow's in. Thing is, I think it's easy to pick on the lower players, but it's nice to pick up on some big names that haven't been
Yeah.
performing because we expect it from them.
Yeah.
Right, centre back, we're going Konate on one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been...
I would.
On the other side, I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it is hard.
You can look at players that have been suspended. You can look at players that.
It's
have
hard
gone
because
keys.
you look at teams underperforming and
Yeah.
they're not doing well, but you
Oh,
don't...
I go like Chalobah.
Chalobah's been class, bro.
He's had like three red cards, hasn't he?
I don't know, but FPL wise, he's been class. FPL, he's been good
I don't
stuff.
Yeah, but like I was saying, it's hard because you see teams underperforming, but then it's hard to make a top 11 team of the players that are underperforming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you notice so much more on who's performing well than
Yeah.
you do underperforming. So it's quite hard to make a team like that.
Right, I'm going to push you for time. Can we name a centre back, another centre back alongside Konate that's poor?
Van Dijk.
Nah, we can't put Van Dijk in there.
Um,
Do you want to go with Chalobah? Your shout of Chalobah?
yeah.
Okay.
I'd even go push and play Sanchez in goal, to be honest with you.
Nah,
He's
Sanchez
been-
is too good. But.
So many red cards have been chucked into the
Right, we'll go
Chelsea team.
Chalobah, left back.
We will go for.
Kirkers.
Do you know what?
Yeah, fair.
Just for the transfer fee that he cost, and for the signing and the hype that he had, Kirk's biggest
I
flop.
can't believe I'm saying this as a
100%.
Liverpool fan, but it's just like, it's just winding me up. Like,
Fair.
so I'm at that point now where I'd rather stop Robbo.
Yeah. Right, three midfielders.
Casemiro.
Yeah, definitely. Casemiro is
He
one.
is-
That's what he scored yesterday,
He's
didn't he?
cack though. He's so cack. Like going from Real Madrid as an absolute baller.
I'm actually going to say for one of the other ones, Odegaard. I personally
Yeah.
think I expected more
It's a
from him
shame.
this season. I wouldn't say he's a flop. I just think he's been disappointing in terms of he was captain.
Yeah.
I expect more from him.
That's so fair. Though.
In a thriving Arsenal squad, why isn't he doing well?
Yeah, that's
like,
so fair.
so I'm going to put him and then one more centre mid. Bro, you can choose, seeing as
Go for it.
we chose the other two. Maybe from a bit of a lower down squad.
Yeah, I'm
or-
trying to think of like players from like West Ham's team.
Well, you can look at like Suchek,
Yeah, but Suchek. Oh,
Ward-Prowse.
yeah, Ward-Prowse saying that. Is he at West Ham?
I thought he was West Ham still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That
Well,
shows
to be
it all.
fair, him then, because I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah. I
Or
don't know
Prowse
much
then.
about him, to be fair.
Right, front three quickly before we got to wrap up because we've been chatting all day about this. Right winger.
Salah.
Yeah?
Fair.
Just is underperforming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fact.
Striker.
I got three.
Let me guess, you got to say
I'm
Salah,
going
Isak.
Isak. Has to be.
Isaac, Gyökeres, and Sesko.
Oh, no, yeah, Sesko over Isak.
Sesko. And then left winger. Tough.
Couldn't tell you.
Tough. Wait, do you know what? For this week's episode, we'll leave it open. We'll leave it to the comment section.
Yeah.
Tell us your best or worst left winger of the Prem so far down below, and we'll get back to you with our answer. Well,
Sounds
boys.
good.
Richarlison as well. He's a numpty.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, boys, that calls time for our podcast this week. Brody, as always, it's been a treat.
It's been a pleasure, mate. I appreciate it.
Dav, thank you again for
No
joining
problem
us
at all.
and,
Thank you very
and
much. for
sharing
having
your
me
offside opinions.
back. So offside. Swansea winning the Prem next season. That's how offside I got.
Definitely not. This has been Offside Opinions. Like, follow, argue with us, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Bye.